Microfinance Private Limited to kindly join us on the dais. Mr. Subrata Ghosh. I request Mr. Subrata Ghosh, if he is around, request sir to kindly join us on the stage. Thank you, sir. With over 17 years of experience, he has been pivotal in facilitating the organization's mission to support financially weaker sections of society. Prior to his current role, Mr. Ghosh contributed to Seba Rahara, a registered society focused on similar development goals. With this, may I please now request Mr. Bispajit Das, Chairman and Managing Director, We Grow Financial Services Private Limited, to kindly give his valuable presence on stage. He founded We Grow in 2006 with a vision of alleviate poverty and empower women through financial inclusion. Under his leadership, We Grow has expanded its services across eastern and northeastern India, providing accessible and affordable financial services to undeserved population. We also request Mr. Rahul Johari, Chairman, Bargaj Finance Private Limited, to kindly join us on the stage. I request Mr. Rahul Johari to kindly join us on the stage. So we welcome you. He's dedicated to providing financial services aimed at improving living standards in semi-urban and rural India. With over 27 years of experience in banking and financial services, he has held senior leadership roles at institutions such as ANZ Grindlays, Standard Chartered, Barclays, DBS Bank and Bandhan Bank, where he served as Executive President and Head of Retail Banking. So we welcome you. Last but not the least, I request Dr. Gursharan Dhanjal, Vice Chairman, SKOCH Group, to kindly join on the dais as moderator. I request Dr. Gursharan Dhanjal, Vice Chairman, SKOCH Group, to kindly join us on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Gursharan Dhanjal leads research projects, impact assessments, and field studies in the areas of governance, MSMEs, women empowerment, entitlements, tribal development, financial inclusion, and so on. Given his expertise, he is invited by Government of India to sit on various committees and is also head SKOCH Center of Excellence on Tribal Affairs. Now I request Dr. Gursharan Dhanjal, Vice Chairman SKOCH, to kindly deliver the introductory remarks.
This is one panel which is what has been delayed. Finally, we get an opportunity to interact. And these gentlemen have come from different parts of the country. Their main contribution for which they have been recognized to be called on this platform has been essentially their contribution to the job generative growth. So, in fact, about 6 months and more, we have been inviting interventions as well as contributions from different stakeholders in banking, financial services, and microfinance communities to find out how have they gone about creating the jobs. And particularly when we say the financial inclusion and financial deepening, exactly on those lines, when we say digital services and digital economy, there's a very thin dividing line. So when we say financial inclusion, it essentially means that you're reaching the unbanked. You're making them aware with the help of financial literacy and bringing them into the banking fold, enabling them some kind of livelihood activities which are being generated, also spurring the self-help groups, forming them and credit linking them. So it was limited to that. But when we say financial deepening, it goes many steps ahead of that. So those who have been unbanked, they were banked as financial inclusion. Now how they are to be included into the mainstream by credit linkage and on a repeated basis. So that's an important part. Another thing is that the accessibility of financial products to the beneficiary. Accessibility means that there has to be existence of financial products. Many an occasion in the past when financial inclusion became fashionable, there was a dire need for micro products in terms of credit, in terms of insurance, in terms of housing, in terms of many other things. But there existed none. Slowly and gradually over a period of time, in the wake of Jan Dhan, all these things have come into being. But to create the credit absorption capacity is something which is what still is lacking. You can credit link them, but we do not create the capacity. So these gentlemen in their individual spheres of operation have actually created those examples wherein the journey from financial inclusion to financial deepening has taken some shape. So my first fundamental question is that how to foster the financial deepening in the rural areas is the biggest question. Each of you have had a different experience in your own lifetime. So let me start with Mr. Naya. Now I'll take the seat.
Opportunity to speak this August gathering. I made a note to read out because I am weak in English. Thank you, Scotch, to confer the prestigious award to a small MFI in India like DCBS. It is really an inspiration to us to work more and more. And we are lucky that you called us on the eve of your 100th award summit. This is a milestone achievement. DCBS is a grassroots level non-profit MFI, started our journey in a remote village of Sundarban in the year 2003. And the promoter of the organization come from a poor background. DCBS always prefer to select a remote and untouched area to dispense credit to the women to support to grow of their small business and agriculture or allied activities. Last 22 years, we are in this sector and served more than 3 lakh women with a cumulative credit of amounting 500 crore. Customers are happy and we are happy because everything is going well. This is all about the small credit, but time has come to grow the micro business into small and medium size. We have started to support the MSME sector with a loan size of 1.61 to 10 lakh with a minimum available documents from bank. We are providing enterprise development training and marketing support to the entrepreneur. In a recent study in Uttar Dinajpur district of West Bengal, we came to know that only 5% of our borrower and their family members are saving money in their bank accounts. 95% account holders are using bank account to receive only government grants and loan from MFIs. They do not know even to fill up a deposit slip of a bank. Not only that, they have to spend average 100 rupees to save a 500 money due to transportation cost and a loss of 1 day wages. Recently, we have started to onboarding CSP on behalf of a bank in every village as the people can save money in their bank account, take an insurance policy or remittance facility without a single rupee extra cost or loss of 1 day wages. Thank you.
Government of India has taken several initiatives in financial inclusion, like banking penetration in rural area, RRB, but an SSG bank linkage program. But we have seen, customer, client, and poor of the people are not getting credit facility from bank, formal bank and RRB, because in this connection, RBI has recommended Malagam Committee, RBI has recommended the microfinance institution in 2011. After getting NBFC MFI license uh, in microfinance sector. And couple of years, we have seen one commercial bank named Bandhan Bank has get license from microfinance sectors, and number of several MFI has got is a small finance bank license, and they are providing the credit facility to the customers. And I am representing also a microfinance institute, and we are also providing the financial service to our women beneficiaries, because they are not socially, they are socially isolated. We have seen, and they are not getting any loan from any formal institution. Only microfinance organization is giving loan to this segment of women beneficiaries. And we have seen the recovery segment in this sector nearly 99%. And at presently, the sector having more than 4 lakhs crores. In a couple of years back, in 2012 and 13, every microfinance institute sanctioned a loan and disbursed to the client for time consuming in 3 to 4 weeks. But using the digitalization, we are disbursing loan to our client within 3 days. But we are facing the major challenges in these sectors for digitalizations. Number one is high transaction cost for digitalizations. Second is low infrastructure, like internet facilities and electric facilities is not available in 24 hours in our areas. Low funding. Actually, commercial banks, we have observed that commercial banks are not interested to provide loan in regular manner in these sectors, and high interest rate. Actually, we are getting loan from not directly all time from commercial bank, because they are giving loan to the big NBFC like Bajaj, like Siram, and we are having loan from these NBFCs, and naturally our interest cost will be high, and we are not giving low interest interest rate loan to our beneficiaries. And some challenges, overcome to these challenges, my suggestion to this government to use the digitalization platform in free of cost. Second one is P2P lending through fintech methodology that will be helpful for getting lower cost, low interest cost loan to the beneficiaries. Thank you.
Thank you, SKOCH Group, for giving me the opportunity in the event of 100 SKOCH Summit. Actually, the story is same, what my previous speaker has said. Why we are starting microfinance? Bank has started finance to the poor, but it is not work properly or fully. They cannot, bank can't cover all the poor family. That's why microfinance institutions came, and RBI has given the permissions to reach the poor people with the finance. And we are doing that. We give a small loan to that persons who has ability to run the business or entrepreneurship. We try to find out that lady who has the intention to grow with us, and we not only give only loan. Apart from loan, we give them various entrepreneurship training, financial literacy training, awareness training, and we teach them uh, how to repay good repayment behavior. And with our support, now they are, not all, but every year 10 to 15% of our clients are graduated. They need big loan. So what we can do for that? We are not able to give big loan as per the RBI regulation. And that's why we are starting BC with some banks. And through BC, they can get big amount for their business. And with our money, they have create assets, they have a good repayment behavior, and they know how to manage the business. And now bank has extended their helping hand to them with big loan. And for rural area, especially Sir asked the questions for rural area, I would like to mention some things. In rural area, we are doing BC in the same manner. And some of graduate customers, we advise them or we help them to go to nearest bank and take the bigger loan for their project. So this way, we are starting microfinance and deepening is there, because only microfinance cannot change the whole things. Our work is primary to support the entrepreneur and make them graduate. And I think most of the microfinance institutions who are working in India, they are doing their job better. And after 3/4 times taking loan from a microfinance institution, if the customer is graduate, all the financial institutions, I would like to mention especially NBFC MFI or others who are doing microfinance, they give them a lot of support for get big loan from banks and other financial institutions. Thank you very much from my part.
To this platform, and I represent a group of companies. The major companies are Burgaj Finance and Vector Finance, both which work with financially excluded borrowers, women borrowers. We've been proud to support over 5 lakh financially excluded households till date over the last 6 years. I'd like to just narrate a small anecdote, which, and it's more from my personal experience. I remember going for a branch visit to a place called Panskura. This was about 9-10 years back. And I remember what had happened. So when you go for a branch visit, you normally sit and you try to have lunch with the staff, so you get a better understanding of what is happening over there. And I still remember the conversation with the team at the branch was primarily around microcredit, microfinance, and there was no other conversation. And I connected with a more recent branch visit when I went to a branch called Chandrakona, which was about a month back. And the conversation was far more evolved. So the staff asked me that the conversation was around a debit card not working. There was another staff who said that why can't we look at MSME loans? There was another staff who spoke about that customers have started talking about financial goal planning. So even financially excluded borrowers are today talking about financial goal planning. There was another staff who spoke about risk mitigation, house insurance or home insurance, and Hospicash, which is another product that got mentioned. So if you really think about it, what does a normal customer require in his individual requirements? He has a transacting requirement, so which is opening a bank account. The second is he requires access to credit. So then he requires loans. The third is risk mitigation in his life, which could be life insurance, or it could be home insurance, or it could be hospital insurance, financial goal planning. And the last is he needs to transfer money, fund transfers, remittances. So these are the 5 basic requirements which remain universal for any segment of customers. What you now find is that even the financially excluded borrower is talking about each one of these aspects. That need is there. And I think what has happened is that because he's got access to more information, he realizes what all he can gain access to. The stage is set now for financial deepening. For me, financial deepening has got 2 implications. One is more than just simple credit. Can we also have MSME credit, which is being provided by the MFIs? So that's one part of it. Home improvement, wash, these are other products that can be introduced. But I just find that today borrowers have a requirement for a much larger gamut of products, but the stage is also set because you've got distinct players supporting it, and you've got also manufacturers who are able to create products for financially excluded households.
Yeah, you rightly said that, now the next stage wherein you have reached is the products, because they know that the rest of the requirements have been taken care of. That experience is not uniformly applicable in other parts of the country, even in the same state where you might be with the other MFIs. These three gentlemen, they are still struggling to reach that stage. Probably two steps have been moved forward, wherein you have credit linked and re-credit linked. So entrepreneurship is something which is what you have promoted. But what is it that is stopping you from going to the next level of having created that demand, wherein the financial deepening, which is micro products, insurance, investment, so on and so forth, could also happen? We'll start with you.
Thank you, sir. Actually, I have tried to cover some area of financial deepening. Actually, every man's or woman need to start in a small way, and we are serving that portion who are unbankable. Then we give their a small loan, and not only loan, but we provide the others facility what Rahul sir also said, remittance or a small insurance. And after getting these things, when they are graduate, we have some responsibility, how they will get more loan for carrying their business in big way. So that's why our always thinking is every year I say in my organizations, 10 to 15% are graduated from microfinance to get bigger loan. So we try to linkage them with nearest bank, and sometimes now a lot of banks has started BC model, just business correspondence through us. So this is the another opportunity. So now we are sure that every customers who are able to handle the big entrepreneurship, they are linkage with nearest bank or SFB through us. We are trying our best to contact with them.
Other than financial service, we are also providing the insurance service and hospital, as earlier Mr. Already discussed, the hospital, and we are also providing the free doctor consultation. We have seen our customer is a daily earner. Every one day he cannot earn for his illness, then he cannot repay the loan. So we have arranged for e-doctor consultation from various institutions, third-party institutions, to their our client and their family member also, and big way. Second is after we are getting the small ticket size of loan, all microfinances earlier discussed, Mr. Dash, is around 50,000 to 1 lakhs. After 1 lakhs, actually we have tied up with the commercial bank as a business associates models. Some commercial bank already started. After graduating loan from our end, and they can become an entrepreneur, then we shift and we proposed our client to the state bank and another commercial bank we are also tied up with various commercial bank as a business associates for getting 10 lakhs to 1 crores loan. This way, our customers are maybe become a entrepreneur, and our all customers in the women's segment. in government has arranged the Lakpati Didi. Maybe we can part of the this government as scheme also.
The borrower, those who have more than 2 years credit history with us or some other MFIs, they have some entrepreneurship, they have some small shopkeepers, shop or some venture. They need more money beyond 1,50,000 or 1,60,000. We are connecting them to the bank credit directly, as we are a business correspondent of a small finance bank. We are connecting them with the bank credit directly with comparatively lower cost. And also we provide them the training, business training, the marketing support, digital marketing support, all these.
So the next question that comes to mind is that, there are challenges, and there is a challenge in technology, there is a challenge in leveraging the fintech ecosystem, there is a challenge in P2P, and so on and so forth. So what exactly are you doing? What your plans are? So do you have any roadmap wherein you are looking at harnessing these opportunities which are there in front of you? We'll start with you.
Dr. Kushan, my belief is that even in the MFI sector, the way forward is through alliances and partnerships, rather than trying to build everything organically. And Vishwajita alluded to a good point. I also sit as an independent director on his board. And one of the things we strategically agreed on is to use the BC model so that he could increase the number of borrowers that he was supporting. But there was another reason why we did it. From the big boys, you can actually learn. There is a big entity who's been on that journey for the last 15, 20 years. Then there's a lot of learning, and your own learning curve is fast forwarded if you partner with somebody who's bigger. So I think a lot of the challenges you can actually surmount if you partner, form alliances, whether it's on remittances, liability account opening, risk mitigation, which is through credit life or hospi cash, or you can actually use the capability of a partner rather than trying to build everything yourself. And the BC model gives you access to, you're able to reach out to many more borrowers because they come with far larger liquidity with which they can support you.
Yeah, regarding technology, we are facing, earlier we are facing a lot of problems. Nowadays, we have seen a lot of fintech company has came to our fold, and they give the good solutions so that we can give proper support through technology to the poor segment. And day by day, I think it will be improved, and all the technology requirement that will be in place. So a lot of things has been already happened, so we are happy. But later, new innovation will come, and that will be come to our business also. So with this technology, we will be able to give more support to our clients, and that will be good for them, and that will be good for us. And then if we use the more technology in our systems, then automatically the cost of lending will be less, and that portions we can just share with our clients. So it will be good for us. So every day the technology has been improving, and we are adapting day by day. Thank you.
Actually, a couple of years back, for delivering credit to our beneficiaries, minimum time consuming for disbursing to loan to our customers is 3 weeks to 4 weeks in our sectors. But now in 3 days, due to technology. We are availing the robust technology because now it's available. We can do the eKYC of our customer, sourcing, onboarding. We can do through mobile apps. So only 1 and 2 days, every microfinance can deliver the credit service to our customer immediately. And other product also deliver within a, but we are facing a lot of problem in rural area. Earlier already I discussed less infrastructure, internet facilities, electricity facilities, and high transaction cost for EQIC and everything are very costly. So, in the rural area, and our ticket size is small in microfinance segment within 1 lakhs, and doorstep recovery process. So, if you, we are using the technology, but we can get the facility from government and from using the technology, digital platform without cost. Then we can transfer the lending cost to our customer directly.
Risk come and goes. Last 22 years we are in this sector. Lot of crises we faced. Like AP crisis was the first. Then one after another crisis we faced. Actually we are seasoned, and as a BC company, as we are working with the bank, actually we are escaping from the risk. All the risk are taken care of the bank. So we are free from the risk right now. Only we are doing the operation. Thank you.
Well, that's quite a smart move. So, but you know, I can see while you have de-risked yourself, the scale would be a big challenge. And moving forward, as I can understand that, if it is reaching the unreached, banking the unbanked, the MFIs have an integral role to play, because banks on their own do manage to reach quite at the bottom of the pyramid, but the reach that you have, because you have been operating there only, so it was a natural option that you are brought into the fold as the BCs. That also means to say that the technology challenges have remained with the MFI industry for two reasons. One is, there is a huge amount of investment that is called for. And second, of course, there are regulatory hurdles, which is what the MFIs have also been facing. So having said this, it's a story of half glass full and half glass empty. Having to see half glass full is always encouraging. But yes, there are miles to go before we rest. And with this, we bring this discussion to the end. Thank you very much for sharing your concerns, your thoughts, and the ideas with us. Thank you.